Welcome back to Monday Mods. This week we're installing an Airaid intake on the 09 Cts-V. We purchased this intake from MA Performance. The link will be in the description. This kit comes with instruction booklet, a coupler, a bracket for the factory plastics to bolt back up, some band clamps, weather stripping, and hardware, actual air tube. This is their dry filter. They sell an oiled one. I opted against that. Another coupler. And
filter adapter. This hooks up to the air tube and this goes inside the filter.
nailed it. They send stickers too. I already took one. These are the tools you're gonna need for this project. 3/8 impact, 1/4 inch cordless ratchet, 3/8 cordless ratchet, short extension, a T15, a T25, a 4mm hex, a 13, an 11, a 10, and an 8. You're also going to need an 8mm wrench, an 11mm wrench, an H332 hex, a short stubby screwdriver, any screwdriver will work, and some snips, and a flashlight does help. Alright, first we're going to take the engine cover off. Then we're going to take off both the band clamps with either a 8mm or a flathead screwdriver.
Use an 8mm. Don't be a noob.
Alright. Next we're going to unplug the mass airflow sensor. And then we're going to pull the boot off. Also there is that right there. Don't break that. That is the technical term for it too. Look at all these silencers. That is ridiculous. Like I could probably yell as loud as I want to here. No, not good. And then next we're gonna take off this plastic and you're gonna pull right here because there's a tab. And just pull right off. Next, 10mm. One screw there. Then you're gonna press these two gray tabs, pull out the PCV nipple. Then you're gonna take your T25 Torx bit and an extension, get in there, and unbolt the bolts to take the top of the lid off. Just throw that down there. Alright, then we're gonna take the lid. Oh, hit it. There is a little clamp right here for this coolant line. I think it's good. Coolant line. Make sure we don't pinch or break anything.
Is this supposed to be like that?
Yeah.
What the?
Wow. Cadillac spent a lot of money on that. Alright. And then you're just gonna, there's a little tab.
It's pretty performance. You see it?
That's where the filter sits.
Somebody cut the bottom of that out, right?
Oh yeah, they did. Look.
Wow.
So you're
It's not supposed to be like that.
No, it's not.
Someone has clearly cut this out.
So instead of spending some money, they hacked it up.
So it was even quieter than that.
Right.
Right.
And it was already silent. It's gonna
Well,
sound.
look at this though.
It's gonna sound really good, I think.
Right. I bet it makes a huge difference.
$25,000 of
R&D.
R&D. Just this.
I'm telling you, dude, it's gonna sound so good you won't want to do exhaust.
You think so?
I'm serious.
All right. Next, we pull up this hacked up tray out, and there's a little pop tab right here. You just pull on it. Now this is gonna be harder for you guys unless they did the same mod here where they just cut the bottom of the filter box. They definitely did.
They definitely did.
That's a fraud.
It probably adds 0.01 horsepower.
Right, here's Kyle thinking his car's stock.
Next, we gotta take out the mass airflow sensor. Takes a T15. Be sure to pull off this grommet. It'll be used in a later step. Don't lose it. Now there's a 10mm down here. It's a ground strap. And that needs to come out for the new bracket. First, we're going to take the air filter adapter and then the adapter bracket, and we're going to install it like this. And then you're going to flip it over, and then there's 3 screw holes right here that we're going to line up. Then we're going to take these 3 screws, the 4mm hex heads, get them started right here. You're going to screw these down. All right. Next, we're gonna take the filter adapter and we are going to screw it onto the MAF panel. And it's going to sit in there like this. All right, so what I'm doing, the instructions look like it says to take the screw, put it from the bottom. But since this is the side that everybody sees, I want the pretty side to be over here. All right, so we're gonna take this screw in from the top with a washer, and then we're gonna take this nut with the lock washer on it, and maybe, if I wasn't so fat fingered, screw that on there like that, and we'll go back and tighten it after we get the other 3 on. All right, then we're gonna take our number 2 Phillips and our 8mm and tighten them up. And on this one right here, we're gonna have to use a wrench to hold it because it's so close to the bracket, and just tighten it right here. Next, we're gonna take this mounting bracket, and it's gonna sit on this piece, and it's gonna go in these 2 holes on this side, like this. And then we're gonna take our really tiny screw with our crush washer, and easier to go through here like this, holds it in like that, and run our nut with the lock ring down like that, and then do the same thing on this side. And then tighten it down with the screwdriver and the wrench on the other. Just like that. So we're gonna take this bracket that we previously put together and this bracket, and then they're gonna go together like this. gonna take our itty bitty screw, stick it in the hole, get our nut with the locking washer in there. And then we're gonna do the same thing with the bottom hole. Screw, washer. You're gonna nut it right in there. All right, then we're gonna take this screw and then this washer and then this OEM Airbox mount rubber hole plug. And it's gonna go in this hole, and I'm gonna screw this on right here. The more I tighten it, the more fat it gets. See, it's an expanding, it's like a plug. So as long as this fits in there kind of snug, that should be good. Next, we're gonna take the two 5/8 hose tree anchors. One goes here. And then one goes right here. Just like that. Next, we're gonna take this bracket, put it in this hole, this screw, and then put the nut on the other side. All right, next, we're gonna take our extension with our 4mm hex and our 11mm wrench. Make sure you're going the right way. And we're gonna button her up. So next, we're gonna take this little piece of weather strip right here and work it onto this little curve. Next, we're gonna take our mass airflow sensor and slide it in the hole, make sure everything lines up. Pop it up in there. Then we're gonna install these screws right here. Now be careful because there's a gap right here. If you tighten it too much, you're gonna crack that plastic, guaranteed. That's why we're using hand tools. Then we're gonna take this little rubber grommet and we're gonna shove it in there. Tight fit, so don't be afraid to press a little bit. Just don't rip it. It's a really tight fit. Jeez. All right. Next, we're gonna take the supplied aluminum PVC nipple, and we're going to install it right in here. just like that. Now we take this grommet, set this off to the side very carefully, and we're going to stick it in this hole right here. The same place it came out of. This hole right here. Next, we're gonna take our filter, slide it on here, just like that. We're gonna take our band clamp, hold it. Okay, when it's not long enough.
Seems to happen to Kyle quite often.
Couple little ugga-duggas there. Now we're going to install it here. This piece is going to go in that grommet we previously installed, and then this right here is going to go to that ground strap down here.
We're gonna hold our coolant hoses out of the way. Just fold it over like that.
Carefully slide this in here.
You should put some grease on that.
What?
On that little grommet.
What'd you call it?
Grommet. Hey, look down there. Sorry, I mean.
Oh gosh.
Sorry, down there. There is a cable that looks like it goes through that slot, but make sure that the bracket's all the way on this side of that piece of metal. Yeah, like that, and then push it back. There you go. And then don't forget about your ground strap bolt.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to hear it.
Right.
It's gonna sound
Right.
Instructions say to reuse this factory mounting bolt. It is also a 10. Dude, this whole assembly's gonna have to come out to replace that filter.
Right. It's kind of silly.
It's gonna sound so good though.
Can somebody hand me my screwdriver? Actually,
You mean your magnet?
Yeah, magnet. Damn it. Same thing. All right, with the band clamps installed, I'm going to very carefully install it on the filter. Wiggle it on there, and then get it on the throttle body. Might take a little bit of force and pressure, but it'll go on. Make sure it's seated all the way around. We're gonna take our flathead screwdriver, just make sure.
Remember, kids, don't use a flathead. Don't be a potato. Like Kyle.
Kyle is a potato.
Kyle's a potato.
Big fat one. Because I knew Anthony was gonna say it if I didn't. Now take these fancy zip ties, put one right around here, just to get it started. And then it's going to sit right there on the actual car. don't tighten it too much. And there's one more. And do the same thing. Get it started. Now don't be a potato. Cut your zip ties.
Just let 'em go
Grab
from
it.
engine bay wherever.
Right.
And we're gonna take this little piece of rubber provided, slide it on right here. And it's going to go just like that right there. All right, now we gotta plug in the PCV tube right here, be careful. And the mass airflow sensor right here. And after that, go ahead and put this plastic on. Now the snap in like this. Get them all started. Ah. Keep going. Rip the tip off.
Perfect.
All right. Recording?
Yeah, I've been the whole time.
Oh.
As you picked your nose.
You can watch the video. It's on the outside.
the outer
It's
rim.
on the outer rim.
It's on the outer
Rim job. All right.
I know, and really the most important thing to me out of this mod is I'm hoping I get some good sound out of the supercharger because the car is so quiet.
Right.
Cadillac knows what they doing. For the old guys, anyway.
Listen, this might probably harp on the fact. I mean, you're not looking for a big power gain here. You're hoping for
Right.
the
I'll go fast.
I'm fast.
I'm fast.
Very fast.
Super fast. All right. This week on Monday Mods, we saw a oh, fuck. Hey, words get hard.
Hey, you should talk more slowly.
This week on Monday Mods. This week on Monday Mods, we show you how to install the Airaid intake. This week on Monday Mods, we show you how to... This week on Monday Mods, we show you how to install an Airaid intake on a Cadillac Cts-V. This week on Monday Mods, we show you how to...
Which part? Oh, I'll try to get on one.
Okay.
Carmarina, roll around.
It's... Oh, maybe that is it.
No. Yeah, I bet it is. This hooks up to the air tube and this goes inside the filter.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Nailed it!
Look! There's pictures of Kyle's supercharger!
Yeah, there.
Is that Kyle's arm?
It's going to be. We purchased this intake from MA Performance. Link in the description!
Your girlfriend thought that ST had a V8.
Right.
You girls just want the same thing.
We're recording, Anthony.
He probably got beat by one. She was like, oh, they must have a V8.
Alright.
Oh, just... Well, you only need 2.
Oh, dropping my nuts everywhere!
Loud noises. $20 for the shirt and the sticker, Kyle.
Are you sure it doesn't go on the other side?
I'm not.
I don't know. Kyle?
Oh, I'm seeing if this works. How many tits? Yeah, you clean my car, bitch. Okay. The math panel. What? Why is this called the math panel?
They could come up with anything else.
Whatever. Like, it's not even touching the mass airflow. To screw it onto the math panel, and it's going to sit in there like this. I was wrong. We're gonna get a message from Airaid. That is not how you do that. My brother-in-law was talking about us doing his clutch on his turbo FLS.
Yes.
Hey, speaking of clutch.
Okay. Anyway. Anthony's roll today on Monday Mods.
No, this is an airbox. No, this is Patrick! 4 hours later. At least we're keeping the same theme. Get off of there, what is going on? I super glued my 11 in. Fuck! I just want to see the best way to hold this was. Why are you guys so touch the dicks? Oh my god, man. There it is. Alright. Next, we're gonna take this bracket, line it up with this.
Install the screwdriver. Sorry, I had to.
Listen, next time Anthony comes out here, that's all we're gonna do. I'm gonna fuck it up on purpose.
Okay.
And he's gonna die.
Right, but you're trying to get cold air from the fender. You're not trying to get hot air from the engine bay.
Right.
What? That's 8 inches.
That's what your girls don't mean to put
There is just a space there.
You were fucking moving this thing all over.
I know,
It's
dude.
okay.
I'm trying to get. My fingers are starting to hurt.
Today on Monday Mods, Kyle tries to install his intake.
We're gonna take our 8mm and our number 2 Phillips. And just. And take it off. Fuck! Let's try this again. Actually, I might use the short fat one. Just
Heyo.
I'm used to. Short fat tools, all right. Next, we installed this hose clamp. This is not hose clamp.
Actually, that's on white, not Big Kyle.
Fat car, fat driver. Then we're gonna unhook our map sensor. I said map. That's just
Idiot.
Then we're gonna unplug our mass airflow sensor.
It's a meter, not a sensor.
Swear to God. Plug it back in.
I'm gonna have to kick him out.
I'm not kidding.
Is that my 10? No.
Well, we're definitely gonna be here all night looking for that 10mm socket.
Luckily, I can see it.
No, what you need to do is go to a corner, get some lady who's like, I'll do anything for $5. Dude, I'll have her find all my things. Best $5 I ever spent. Do you think so?
I mean, let's see your life.
Oh,
Dance party.
All right, now we're gonna take this grommet. Damn.
You heard it that time.
I did.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Now we're gonna plug in the mass airflow sensor. And the PCV, damn it. I almost said grommet.
He said it earlier when you were
I did.
inside.
And I heard it and I was like,
God, I couldn't stop thinking about that magnet thing, man. I'm sorry.
And take this screwdriver and, tighten it down. Did you even hear that?
Yeah.
We're editing all the times you say screwdriver out. So the viewer will not understand that.
I know, it was a joke. Anyway, so...
What?
The magnet one, man. Somebody bought me a screwdriver.
Oh yeah.
Fuck, I mean a magnet.
I really wish you'd had that on video.
I know.
All right, so... dying!
You all right, bro?
I can't stop laughing about it.